Hi, my name's Austin Weed. I'm here with the leadership team in the marketing department at Southwest Transit. I'm here to present to you on our new marketing campaign that's rolling out with the new Boeing 747. Really excited about this, so I'm going to jump this off by letting you know who our four team members are and why we chose them. We chose Natalie, who is a competitive and positive person. She just has a natural knack for winning people over. She's very comfortable through multiple modes of communication. So it's just going to be a huge competitive advantage in the environment that we're going to be working in. Elizabeth is another positive attitude. She has the ability to work cooperatively, which is really an important intangible for this. Elizabeth is an open-minded individual, but she won't hesitate to defend her position. But this is all in good steps towards the process of finding out where we need to settle on an issue. Caitlin is another person I'm really excited to have on this team. She's eager, she's a high performer, she thrives under high pressure situations, which is perfect for this. She's willing to put it on the line and put in the time and effort that it takes to create excellent and thorough work. William is another great asset to this team. He's a very well-rounded employee who's able to handle his tasks, work well with teammates, and step up as a leader if necessary. He brings that calming presence, but we just need to make sure that he really realizes the value and the importance of this project. And so this was a really difficult task for us to break down the original 6 into 4 because we were just so confident in our team of 6. Everyone fit into the team well and served a purpose, but as business, things are fluid, and we hold confidence in these core 4 team members that we've narrowed it down to. Deciding between Caitlin and Bob was actually the most difficult part of this, definitely the last leg of reaching the consensus for this group. So these 2 team members bring similar strengths, like they're always willing to help out and are motivated to perform well. The final decision really came down to Caitlin's ability to perform in those high-stress situations, whereas Bob might find himself reacting poorly to adverse situations like that. So that drawback would really just prove to be too detrimental for the timeline and the severity of the project that we're working on. With this group, we're looking at those primary strengths, including everyone's willingness to work cooperatively and complete work at a high level. Everyone brings a positive, competitive, and eager attitude to the table. I think there's a good balance of personalities otherwise, like Caitlin's high standards, that really provides a nice contrast with William's calming presence. I think you'll find the same with our other 2 team members. Potential weaknesses are going to be within the conflict. I think that Elizabeth can trend towards stubbornness when faced with conflicting information, although she does have an open mind. So when you come into conflict with her, I think it's best to come prepared. And then we're going to look at Natalie, who's a natural leader, an effective communicator, but with that promise that she brings, I think that can sometimes get to her head. So having her realize the important role that everybody's playing in this and their aptitude and how great everyone is in their role in this specific project. So we're just really confident in this team's potential. I think the number one thing we looked at was how everybody is motivated. We thought this was a lot of intrinsic motivation, which is just great for such a high stress project like this. Natalie is going to be motivated by those challenges. She enjoys the competitive opportunities where skills and talents can really take center stage. She enjoys doing great work. She's positive and ambitious. Elizabeth is motivated by a culture of trust in her abilities and work ethic. She thrives under a flexible management style that supports the growth that she's looking for. She's always coming in positive and she always gets the job done. Caitlin, she's highly motivated. She loves the challenging tasks, she loves the praise, and with the level of work that she brings in, it's really easy to praise her. And then William is motivated by the things he sees immediate value in. And as I alluded to earlier, this project has a lot of value add, especially with the position we've been put in. But with the exciting moves that we have looking forward, like I stated, we have the rollout of the Boeing 747, we have this new marketing campaign. It's really important work, and I think that William is going to see that. He's going to really value this project. and really put forward his best foot. As far as motivating the team, like I just alluded to, we looked at Maslow's hierarchy of needs and how that fits in with each of our 4 team members. For self-actualization, we actually saw that trending towards Natalie and Caitlin the most. For Natalie, that's going to be through achievement, which is more of a general perspective. And with Caitlin, we're looking at the challenging job, which is more in the scope of the organization as a whole, and how she fits into that. And then we're going to look at Elizabeth fitting in with the esteem needs. She really is looking for that growth. I saw this as kind of like her shooting for that status, that job title, which is, a combination of general and organizational scopes and way of looking at things. William, he's been with us for a while. He's very stable. He's looking at the security needs. He's very comfortable in the work that he's done. He likes where he's at right now, and is looking to just provide us with that same high level of work that he always has. And then with managing conflict, as I alluded to as one of our potential weaknesses, we're looking at collaborating with Elizabeth. We're looking at high concern for all interests involved in these situations, reaching a resolution that gives the company and the client the best outcome. Compromising, we're looking at Caitlin and Natalie because they're both so competitive that we're just going to have to try and avoid those power struggles between those two. They're just high achievers, but that is a great problem to have. Managing that is much more of a blessing than a curse, I think. Telling somebody to reel it back in as opposed to having to constantly prod someone to move forward. And then with William, he's just kind of that constant. And so with his maturity and his experience, he's going to look to be more accommodating in his conflict resolution. These things are as they are. You just got to call a spade, and he's just going to provide that comfortability, that calming presence to the group. And then we're going to look to ensure success through starting out with that servant leadership, finding out what everybody needs, looking at everybody's strengths and weaknesses so that we can move into more of a coaching leadership strategy, be a little bit hands-off and let everybody do their job. Everybody's such a high performer and fits in so well that I think that this is going to be absolutely perfect. And then as far as conflict goes, then we have to listen. We need to question to understand it better, keep that positive body language, and mediate that conflict by asking open questions and keeping that positive body language to convey sincerity, and then flip that conflict over to create an opportunity for growth by recognizing and navigating it effectively. And then we move on to conscious capitalism, and we're seeking to elevate capitalism as a power of good. And so we look at the higher purpose, the stakeholder orientation, conscious leadership, conscious culture. Our team really embodies conscious capitalism through creating a positive, empowering team to reach organizational goals. This team is motivated in their own way to come together for a common higher purpose and build a team full of transparent and authentic members, really looking at the orientation towards the stakeholders, more specifically the customer, the employee, and the investor. We're creating value here for the customer by looking to create a positive experience for customers to enjoy these new developments here at Southwest Transit with a new jet rollout and this new marketing campaign. For the employee, we're creating an effective team that is going to boost sales, creating a more stable working environment for the employees of Southwest Transit, and really get this thing, back on course and having that really positive, conscious culture that everyone raves about here. And then we're boosting those sales, so obviously we're improving the financial position of the company, and that's really going to look good for the investors and boost those investments to be more profitable and stable. And then we look at the business as a whole. This is a select team that's going to create excitement through the new jet rollout and the new marketing campaign, giving consumers a positive primacy effect with the brand, so it's always at the top of the mind. Having Southwest at the top of people's minds in a positive way will lead to that more stimulation of the consumer base And this is going to remind consumers that Southwest, we are competitive, we are relevant, and we are adaptive. We're continuously looking ways to produce the best services and serve those consumers and employees as best as we can. We're really, really excited about this project and looking forward to getting it kicked off.